it's just been smacked in the face.
Welcome to Toffee TV. It is live at 5-ish, 35. We thought we'd come on a bit later to coincide with Leipzig versus Hertha Berlin.
Well, that was it.
And that way you can comfortably watch the first half along with yous if yous are watching it while you get your comments in about anything going on.
Have we got 2 thumbs down when we hadn't said the word?
Maybe because we didn't start at 5 o'clock, but
maybe
it's the fans and Reds, isn't it?
Jealous people.
Maybe they've been watching. Oh no, they couldn't have because that wasn't live on YouTube. I was going to say the footy show where I might have said something controversial.
Didn't say anything controversial.
I did say things controversial, and people will have to watch it later to find out what exactly. I mean, they'll get that pair back. I'll never know.
I mean, Andy Walker said, "I wonder if Baz had eaten a chocolate orange for 200 likes." I'd eat a chocolate orange for 20 likes. A chocolate club, no, not for 200 likes.
I'd eat a chocolate orange for no likes.
You would, yeah.
If you give me a chocolate orange, that's the gift.
Yeah.
What do you mean I would? What does that mean? Like, you would go, oh, you'd eat.
You just said for no likes, because you like
but
chocolate
you said
orange,
it like as in like, you'd eat chocolate orange off a tramp's back.
I mean, that seems very, very specific that you've thought that before.
Hey, in this game, when there's no footy on, you've got to come up with new concepts. Hang on. But hey, what if it's a blood injury?
Oh, that wasn't good.
No,
he's not.
I tell you what, he's gone.
His legs were a bit.
Went a bit wobbly there. Went full. What's going on anyway? Any comments?
He said, "My eyes appear to be deceiving me. It says live in 7 hours. Best take a drive to Barnard Castle then." Topical. It is, Sean. Full topical.
Let's laugh now.
Steve Master says, "You guys heard."
I tell you, no, what? Watch this again. He is not looking at the ball. The Leipzig. Oh, the claret everywhere.
No.
There's claret.
He's off.
Use one of your 5 subs
straight away. Steve Master says, "Have we heard any rumours on Gabama and the medical staff falling out?"
Oh my God.
No, because it's not real.
Oh my God.
It's not real.
No, the only rumours I've heard about Gabama are not rumours, they are fact, where he said, I've been talking to the medical guy every day.
And I'm delighted.
He got an injury, get over it. He got an injury. Mm-hmm. He got an injury, get over it. They tried not to cut him open. And then they found they had to cut him open. Mm-hmm. And then when they brought him back, the lad wasn't comfortable with the scar tissue because he thought that at some point that scar tissue would make the injury come back. So what he thought was, if I get cut now, then it's all done. And it would only add 8 weeks. Everton had ruled him out for the season, but now, because the season's been obviously extended, he'll be able to come back. Stop making...
He just heard it.
Honest to God, full David Icke on Gabama.
Well, it goes on even more. Danny Donaghy's losing his job.
He's not.
Because Marcel Brands isn't happy at all.
What isn't he happy with?
I don't know. I don't know whether people... You know when you just look away for a minute and you look back and see that Leipzig thing, if it looks like this,
that does look like it does, doesn't it?
Look like this crowd.
That's clever, that. Is that a thing over the seats?
That's
what I said to do.
But I think that's what they just have anyway.
Oh, that's a wall.
The wall,
But look at the way the camera... Isn't that good, the way the camera's just staying on that?
If we had another banner where the seats were, it'd look all right.
If we had crowd noise as well.
Yeah.
Or we just had loads of balls going moo.
No, that'd be silly. Glenn Watson says, a question for Baz. Have you ever driven for 30 minutes at an average speed of 60 miles an hour before checking if your eyesight's okay? I personally haven't. I know a man who has, though.
To be fair, I was on the cabs for 12 years. And some days, I don't even remember going to work. Never mind what my eyesight was like.
Okay.
Some days... I'm going to tell you that actual fact now, this is actual truth.
Go on then.
Right? And I am not lying when I say this.
That wasn't accusing you of lying.
I went out once.
Yeah.
At, I think it was 12 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah.
Afternoon. and I got home at 12 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon. I was out for 20.
Why?
Because I went to work, and then my mum and dad wanted picking up from the airport at a certain time, and there was no point me going home. So I stayed out, and then I went and picked them up, and I think I went up to Manchester Airport like an hour or so early. I had a little doze in the car for an hour or so, but I was working for 24 hours. And you know what? There's a lot of taxi drivers like that. So
fair play.
Stay indoors.
Steve John says, every time you get a thumbs down from a red, it adds a like, so it's not that bad. You're absolutely right, mate. It's great that they come on to press that thumbs down button, to be fair. From press that if you want, yeah. Real Tours ask this every week, and this is not something that we can just sum up in 12 seconds. Cast a Bond film at Everton players. James Bond, a villain, a henchman, M&Q. Who would sing the song?
If you were on Patreon, you could send a video in, and we would do a video on that. Yeah. We would do a video on that because that's what we do on Patreon. We do that kind of thing. We allow the patrons to dictate the show. In fact, we have a show called the Patrons Forum. Goal! Oh yes!
Hertha Berlin. That's
nice volley. Finish. Look at him. He's got. I thought he had gloves on.
So did I, but he's got his hand.
Good finish.
That's a nice. Finish.
I thought his name was Berlin. Then I was going to say, isn't that convenient?
Out of Money Heist.
Out of Money Heist, yeah.
Looks more
good
like...
finish.
That's a great finish, that.
We have a show called Patrons Forum where we get 3 other patrons on and we do a little forum.
That was good today
that's
as well.
That's a great little finish, that, isn't it?
That's a nice goal, that.
Do you know who they need to come on and save the day?
Ademola.
Ademola Luckman.
I'm sure a couple of people on Twitter will be getting the stats ready. No one's ever sat on the bench like Mola.
How is he not marked? How is he not marked there?
Come in, missed the first header.
Lovely corner.
Where are we? Yeah.
Oh, hang on, offside. He's offside. He's offside.
Who's offside?
He's offside.
The goal scorer.
No. Look where he's number 20.
Doesn't matter.
He's standing in front of the goalkeeper. He's standing in front of the goalkeeper. That is not a goal. That should not be a goal. He's a Liverpool player. It should definitely not be a goal.
Marco Grujic, yeah.
That is not a goal. I am telling you right now, that is not a goal.
Is he in the line of sight?
He is in the line of sight.
Is he differently in the line of sight?
Oh no, I think they've given it. That's not a goal though. That shouldn't have been a goal. That's offside.
Is it the same as... You have to go off that now. He's done me link with left.
Oh, they must have given it. I thought that was offside, unless he's... Have they even got VAR in Germany? Because the one yesterday, did you see the one that he should have been given a penalty?
Oh my God.
Did you see the one that should have been a penalty for Dortmund? Or they have given?
Yeah, when he put his arm up.
Yeah, did you think that was a penalty? I thought it was a clear penalty.
He moved his arm so the ball was a pen. It is weird that
but he didn't even look at it.
No, that's weird. No, what the problem was as well, Haaland didn't even play. No. And I don't know whether he just thought in the blink of an eye. I just think he thought, I was just hit him and gone wide. But when it showed it again, it was Boateng.
Definitely a penalty.
Boateng, he put his arm towards it.
It was definitely... I thought that was offside, personally.
Matthew Roscoe wants to know what Everton team you thought was worse, 93, 94, 97, 98.
98.
97, 98.
Yeah.
Had some good players as well.
I know, but they were just...
As a team,
I just think Kendall had no control over any of them. And
I think it was too nicey. Talking to Donald, and he seemed to make it feel as though it was too, needed maybe a little bit more discipline. I don't know.
I mean, he's the player. He told you.
Yeah.
So it's not a case of don't know.
He knows.
He knows.
Saying, yeah. It's the thing of like, Howard, it was all five-a-side and stuff like that, wasn't it? He said when Walter Smith come in, it was a lot more discipline. But Paul Rideout said a similar thing about... It was just Howard's way of training was just different, wasn't it? It was... And the
it does suggest, though, that something... People always like to... About... what's his name, the other coach?
Colin Harvey?
No.
Mick
Heaton. People always say, Mick Heaton wasn't there the second and third time.
No.
And who's to say he wasn't the fella who just, I don't know, cracked the whip?
I think Mick Heaton was a bit in between. I think Colin was quite abrasive, Like, he loved him and he was brilliant.
Do you
but
think?
I think he where
Do you think?
was at the,
Do you think the second time, because Colin had been the manager, he just didn't know
where
he fitted
sat.
anymore, and maybe where he was the hard-nosed one, he was like, "Oh, I have to be the coach now," because
Yeah.
I wonder. I think
be.
there's too many mixed messages. I
Like
think
you say, though, isn't it, going back? You can understand why.
going back, he didn't leave.
No, but well, he literally did for a day.
He took a step down.
Yeah, he was sacked for a day, and then he was back, wasn't he? Let's get over on Patreon. Let's have a look what the Patreon.
I'll jump in. Simon Rouse says, even and all. Adam Conley. I'll
You do the Patreon.
I'll do the Patreon. Adam Conley says, hi guys, I've been informed by Teach that sadly this year's summer trip will not be going ahead due to the pandemic. However, Teach are hoping that our work can carry on with local labour and supplies in Moldova. We may look to take one lorry with aid to Moldova, but this will depend very much on the situation and is not confirmed. The reason I'm mentioning this is because you very kindly gave us a shout out a little while ago, which we are very thankful for. Also, Teach have estimated it will cost, the project will be about £13,000. So any donations would really help us and could help the people of Moldova while they're unable to go themselves. The link is on Patreon, and we'll try and get that link on YouTube as well for you. So any donations to help out Teach would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Gary Waters, howdy. Brian Garza.
Chance. No, I should have shot.
He did you? Oh! Brian Garza said, hi lads, in company today down the pub, so cannot join you. Stay healthy and happy. What pub?
In Sweden.
I know. But they've got the second highest rate in Europe.
But
because they haven't
herd immunity.
Because they haven't done anything.
Stay safe, Brian.
Matthew Barry says, even the lads, the Independents are saying Napoli have offered 30 million for Gabriel, but have not agreed personal terms. If he went there, he's unlikely to get in ahead of Manolas and Koulibaly. That's if Koulibaly stays, isn't it? And that's where maybe they're getting the Gabriel money from, is Koulibaly going somewhere. But at the moment, it's all ifs. Don't get me wrong, that's a good source, because that's the source that actually broke that we were after Gabriel a couple of months ago. But he hasn't agreed personal terms.
It's also the same source that said Chelsea had agreed with Lille, and he was going to Chelsea 8 weeks ago, and now Chelsea aren't.
No, the newspaper did, but this is an individual source.
Oh, okay.
So, the journalist. But at the same time, listen, apparently he's agreed terms with us. So it's like, what does the player want? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. 27 million quid. Everton had agreed 30 million euros.
It is weird, though, that Everton... Listen, again, it's a rumour. Pinch of salt. But it would be weird if we were willing to offer 20 for Todibo, but we wouldn't offer 30 for Gabriel.
That's 30 million euros, isn't it? That's what's agreed. That's the deal we agreed.
That's what I'm saying, though. Be
them.
weird
so
if...
27 million pound.
Be weird if we yeah.
Well, it would be. But...
Paul Cato says, afternoon, with the Premier League passing the contract training to start, will that mean bigger groups ASAP? Wonder whether Everton will start putting some training videos out soon like they were before the COVID. I think they put a training video out today.
Have they?
Yeah, I think so. Most important one, if you could have one magic power for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
To heal everything.
Oh my God, he's gone full Michael Jackson. Mine would be invisibility.
Fair play. Sophie says that I see West Ham Tina is back pass. She's re-emerged, or he is re-emerged. Whatever it is.
I don't know why you care.
I don't. She's blocked.
Keith says, if I was signing for Everton in the summer, say Gabriel for example, and this season won't finish until the end of July, early August, when will I get time to have a pre-season and settle in with the teammates and system? Will both seasons roll into each other and a small break to allow for this example? I think there'll be a small break, but I do think it will be a small break.
2 weeks. I think. I think they'll try and finish the season by July 31st, and I think they'll try to start... Oof, that was a bit naughty. I think they'll try to start the new season by...
But Keith, it'll be the same for everywhere. The only advantage someone like Gabriel's got, I mean, that's a nasty one as well, is because he plays in France, their season's finished. But, you know, obviously, you know, Premier League's coming back, Italy's coming back, Spain's coming back, Germany's already back. That's naughty, that.
He tried to pinch the ball, hasn't he?
James says, really enjoying the interviews, lads, during the period with no Everton content. Thank you, James. But he said the real question is, would you rather wake up naked in a forest 5 minutes from home, or in your underwear at work?
In here, with my bills on.
We're always when it gets hot in here.
It's a normal day.
When you don't see me
when
on
we're
camera,
not on live, we're just sat in our bills anyway. I'd imagine it. But why would I...
That's a terrible ball.
I mean, why would I want to wake up naked in a forest? Because there's a lot of questions, isn't it?
You could say, and I think this would be my get-out clause, was, I'm a werewolf. I went out last night on the hunt. Ended up... I mean, he does it in American Werewolf.
So you're waking up...
He wakes up in the zoo.
You're waking up in work. So for some people, that would be quite embarrassing in your bills, aren't you?
You could be a werewolf that wears bills.
In work.
And you could be praised because in your animalistic state, you knew to come to work and cover your genitalia up.
Because it'd be inappropriate to sit naked.
Exactly.
Interesting. Fair enough. I mean,
you know what? I used to be a werewolf, but I'm all right. No!
Stevie G says, genuinely wonder who dislikes. Is it undercover Reds or are there Evertonians who...
it could be both.
Dislike your content?
Probably. I don't think they dislike the content because there's nothing to dislike.
So that they just don't like us.
They just don't like me.
Dislike
because I'm on the screen.
Each to their own.
Well,
each
say that.
to their own. Mike Barrett says, reckon 2 down votes from Reds and 1 from copy and
People
paste.
are really obsessed about this. Don't.
I'm saying what Mike said, that's all.
David Sugg says, hi guys, hope you're doing well. Little bit unrelated. I mean, that's what we always want, a bit. But another video of police brutality went viral over here in the States, and there's been a number of big name athletes who took a stand against it.
Seen it.
Kaepernick, LeBron James, etc.
Is this the one with the fella's got his knee on them?
Died?
He's dead, isn't he? They've been arrested, haven't he?
I don't know if he's been arrested. He's been sacked, but I don't know if he's been arrested.
Sure.
Which is...
To have been sacked, I thought that
well, people are saying...
Here, by the way.
Oh my God. Going down like Red Bulls. They certainly do not have their wings. I mean, that's mad too in a game. Ping.
Oh,
tremendous.
Oh
I had to go for it though. I'm gone. So let me just finish this. Do you think there's enough political and social activism in football, specifically talking about the Premier League? I'm not too privy to everything that goes on in the UK, but it feels like footballers are more hesitant on getting involved in political and social matters. Thanks and keep up the great work. What I would say, David, is I think what we've done in this country, and I don't want to get like madly political here, because honestly you don't want me to, but I think the problem is I don't think the spectrum of like what you have and what we have is like in America, it's very obvious what's going on. Like I shared a video the other day on Twitter, which I thought was hilarious, and it was this white woman, Karen, who was like just being, the way she spoke to this policeman was outrageous. She basically
wouldn't... the one in New York?
No, she wouldn't get out of a car.
Oh.
Basically, he came to the car. He said, you've had something wrong with your car for 6 months. I'm giving you an $80 fine. And she said, I'm not taking it. She said, why should I? She said, I can go and get this fixed. And he said, you've had it for 6 months and you haven't. So he goes to give it to sign. She won't sign it. She locks the door and then she drives away. So he chases after it, tells her to get out. She says, no. She said, oh, I'll sign it now. He said, no, you're under arrest now. She said, no. She said, yeah. She said, no. She said, no. So he said, get out the car. And she was like, no. So he dragged her out the car and he tasered her. But, so, but it wasn't harsh though. But I wonder whether if that had been a black man.
Oh, they'd been shot.
If he'd be shot, he'd be dead. And I think that's the difference. Is the simple. We don't have that over here because.
Have you seen the one in New York with the woman with the dog?
Yeah.
Because the fellow, and isn't he? He's a reporter.
He's a reporter, and she filmed him because he told her
she should have a dog on
which
the lead.
he should.
And
which
she
she
went
should.
off her head.
And she went off her head and said,
this
man's...
black man's chasing me and he's doing this. And 24 million people have seen it. And then she done some half-assed apology yesterday saying, I apologise for any hurt caused. I acted wrongly towards this man. Well, yeah, you did, but you're only apologising because 24 million people.
So the point being, politically wise, is, number one, we don't have guns. Like, in general, like, legally, which makes a massive difference. And I know a little while ago it was like, I know we've had bad situation with knives and stuff, which is bad. But at the end of the day, you can't go on like a mad killing spree with a knife.
I mean, you probably can't. But...
No, but you what I mean is you can't stand away from people. And you could run up to people and go bang, 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 which has happened. But the point being is that we get dealt with. You can't stand in a hotel room just picking off people. No. The police don't have listen, I'm not saying police haven't got away with stuff here, because you only have to look at the Stephen Lawrence case. But goal.
1-1.
Is that Timo Werner? No. We just don't have that kind of divide of black and white in our society. We have rich and poor, but we don't have black and white. We very much have rich and poor in this country.
No, defenders got to do better.
And that's where the problem is. But the problem is while the rich control the narrative of the media, very little's going to get done. And what's actually happened this week, but you aren't going to get any any sportsmen talking about it, is with this Dominic Cummings case. This is a thing of where normal people have stood up and gone, hang on, this is not right. But you're not going to get that much, because at the end of the day,
playing.
We had like, when it happens, they get dealt with very quickly. They get fined. I mean, I remember Robbie Fowler with the Dockers t-shirt. He got fined for it. There's no... See, what's mad is Colin Kaepernick, he basically was taking a knee for this kind of thing. And it's terrible. Look what happened to him. He's basically been kicked out of his sport because he took a stand. And it's mad the way Americans think that the national anthem is more important than people dying. It's absolutely baffling. It's a bloody song. It means nothing.
It's a goal kick, that.
Yeah.
When Berlin scored, Plattenhardt, he took the corner, the lad who had the thingy, took the corner, the one who had the head injury, took the corner, he scored, and then he went like that to the bench, as if I can't see. I've just set the goal up and I can't see, I had to go straight off.
So what he did was, he had a little trial and see if he could play for 5 minutes.
That's what it was. He's got... Right. Well, I seen him saying to thingy, as he come off, the manager was like, you're all right, and he went, I've just full Dominic Cummings. Lad.
He said, I've come in there. He said, I'm going to have a little trial.
I mean, put his full name in, it just sounded wrong. Yeah. Let's get back to comments.
Matthew Barry says, proposed TV schedule when football returns, just on Altogether Now podcast. I don't know why you're listening to that. Said Saturday, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Sunday, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many games are they?
Where's it come from?
Tuesday, 6 and 8. Wednesday, 6 and 8. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Premier League are not stupid. If they've got a product to sell, and if they say to the TV channels, every game's going to be live, you've got people watching. Why have 4 games on at the same time? And know what will happen out of this? This will become the norm in 3 years. In 3 years' time, every Premier League game will have its own slot, and there'll be no 3 o'clock kickoffs, and it'll be, this is what football will look like. Friday night, then games on a Saturday, games on a Sunday, maybe a game on a Monday, maybe not. And this is what football will look like. So I'm not surprised about that at all. Richard Parr, I'm not sure if you have it or not, Ped, but PES 2020 is being reduced to a £5 today on PS4. Are you on it? I don't need it because I've got Baz's login for the PS4, so I haven't really.
You've got it, haven't you?
No, on that one I have.
Oh,
but I'm going to know. I'm playing Red Dead.
Yeah. I need to actually, if it's only a £5 today, I might get it for Zach on this so he stops playing on mine.
Well, why don't you? Oh, no, because if you're logged in and he's logged in.
Because I went on to try to do that.
If you're logged in on someone else's, so you're logged in on that, right? So if you've bought...
I've got it, yeah.
So you should be able to download it.
But when I went on it, just give me the price.
Is it the same copy? As in...
Is it the same thing that I've downloaded?
Like, there's like a standard edition and there's like super duper edition.
I'll double check. Because
remember when we tried to get Paul's.
Yeah.
And Paul's was like the super duper.
Yeah. So I'll have a go, and then if not, I'll just get it.
I've been playing
I
Red.
need to get the Red.
I've been playing, oh my God, I'd forgotten how good it is. But you know what it is though as well? I can't, because I just want to get through the story, I can't be arsed with any of the side missions or like being nice. So if anyone just gives me any lip, I'm just shooting them. Even if they're just like women, it's just like a double tap and that's the end of them. I'm not interested. Someone I was like, it was a lease to his land. I was like, you can give him $200 or, so I took the or option and just went, yeah, see you later, fella.
See you after.
Richard Fawkes, who would need Cantona if they had Barry Horn?
Man United.
But if they had Barry Horn, would they need Cantona?
Yeah, because Barry Horn's not scoring the goals Cantona. We know that. We know that.
Okay.
Literally history.
So it's just a clever song.
It's a great song, but the reality is, would we have needed Barry Horn if we'd have had Cantona?
Exactly. I remember walking through Lyon at like 3 a.m. Not a soul anywhere, by the way, not a soul. There was me, brother-in-law, a couple of other lads, and Derek Mountfield. And we was like, who needs cancer? Like, and you could hear it. And just in the distance, all we heard was, Barry Horn! Like, but it seemed like it was miles away. It was brilliant. Or it was like on the wind.
On the wind. Matthew Lamb says, Baz, the hell, Baz, you haven't skipped leg day, have you? I'm like...
Hey, who's run 2 5Ks in the last 4 days? This fella.
Not this
fella.
Not this...
This fella.
Oh, not the head in.
Who's running around checking the heart monitor every 2 minutes to make sure it doesn't go over 179?
Is that what yours is?
Well, it's 220 to take away your age. That's what your heart rate's supposed to be top.
That's
top supposed to be the top thing.
Yeah.
So
I'd never want to know that. It'd give me anxiety.
Yep.
Bottle would be gone.
But what would you rather have, anxiety or collapse?
No, what I'm saying.
Well, the mad thing is though,
looking at it going,
and that would spike it up. So you've got to be careful. What I was doing, if it got over 179, I just slowed down to. I mean, I don't know how it's possible to get slower than a crawl, but I got there.
Did it get to 179?
I got to like 185, I think.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no chance.
Yeah, got to like. I mean, it's a good job I didn't know that information on my first run because it got a little bit higher than that. But
that's dangerous, mate.
No, it is. But running is supposed to. The more running you do, the more it helps, and the more it'll come down on its own. So what? But what I did on this run was I made sure that when it got near 179, or if I looked and it was slightly over, I just slowed down and let it get back down again, and it was good. I knocked. So I run on Sunday, first run I've done for God knows how long, and I had a few teething problems with me watching, getting everything. But when I got in, it was around 40 minutes. And I did one yesterday, and it was 35. So I knocked like at least 4 minutes off it straight away.
Excellent. So it'll be good. It'll bring your resting heart rate down.
That's what I'm saying.
The more work that I do now, I'm doing like making sure I exercise enough and all that. Not really running at all. Don't run. I don't mind. Wrecks me back and everything. But my resting heart rate's come down already just from being more active. And that's I've said to you yesterday, this is probably the best I've felt for ages. And I mean, I'm talking a few years. It's that, you know, I've lost a stone and everything just from just being a bit more active, really. And I'll keep this up now because I'm in a good routine of knowing what I need to do. So running will be the same for you. It'll bring you right down. It's a mindset,
isn't it? It's a mindset. You've got to be in the mindset. You've got to be in. You've got to be in that mindset of I'm gonna do
habits,
this.
Isn't it?
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna
play.
I'm gonna, you know.
I'll see ya.
I'm either gonna. Oh God, he's fast.
Yeah.
I think he just slipped.
Yeah, he did.
I'm either gonna get up early and go out, or I'm gonna, when I leave here, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go just get in, put my shoes on, get my gear on, and just go out, and that's the end of it. None of this like get in, and that's what I was like last time when I did the marathon. It was like every day. It was like I'm doing it. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's good. Alan Armstrong says, how come you stopped the Pro Evo Merseyside Cup? We stopped it because basically what used to happen, we could play it again now and it'd be even, because basically what used to happen was Chris and Paul used to play it religiously every day in between videos, just because they'd enjoy playing it, but they'd play as a 2 against everybody else. And me and Ped would never ever play as a 2. We'd play it at home on our own or whatever. Never ever played as a 2. And it was also on like Pro Evo 6 when Liverpool were miles better than Everton anyway. And so whenever we'd come together to play it, they'd know each other's game off by heart. We wouldn't, and we had the worst team, so it just got a bit thingy. But
also,
I think...
when we did the crossover show, it was very time consuming, like really time consuming for everyone, playing the games, doing the interviews, the jokey bits. The editing was ridiculous.
The edit was the way. But I think we could play 2v2 against them now, and I think, to be honest, I think we beat them. But they did. Oh, go on, go in. That would be great. Oh, come on, and he's touched it, referee. So yeah, Matthew Jervis wants to know if you'd keep Sidibe. He personally wouldn't, but I'd give Seamus another contract as a number 2 right back.
I think we said this on one of our videos this week on Patreon was, let's just see what the last 9 games are like. Because who's to say that, because of what he's gone through in the last couple of years with his knee injury and the lack of game time, whether the tiredness of just playing in the Premier League had caught up with him. And who's to say, if we went to Monaco at the end of the season and said, gives another loan deal, that'll suit everyone, is another couple of million quid. We can't buy anyone. We're not sure about John Joe. Seamus is another year older. Here's another couple of million quid. Can we have him? And they might say, I mean, the only problem with that is, of course, he's got a buyout clause. So someone else might come in with the 13 million and go, well, we're taking him.
I think that'll happen.
So, but I would definitely look at the next 9 games and see where he is, because he could have done with the rest. Don't forget it. You know, he didn't have a pre-season, so he's a player who could have a good last 9 games and then have a pre-season.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait and see.
Stephen G says, one for Baz. Recent guest you enjoyed interviewing the most. He enjoyed Ride out on Heath, even as a Blue grew up after their time. Steve, it will be Adrian Heath. It's the one I've enjoyed the most. But this time was brilliant. Don Hutchison was brilliant. If you're not on Patreon, there's an hour and 40 minutes, I think. The Hutch one is near enough. That was a bit naughty. There'll be a shortened version of that out on YouTube later this week. Friday. Yeah, which is really good as well. So watch that. He was great, Hutch. But they've all been really good, to be fair. Steve Masters just like isn't having our medical team at all. Just the medical team ruined Gbaman's season. Should have been given the required surgery. Steve, they took advice from a top consultant as well over Gbaman and spoke it through with him.
Is he a doctor?
I don't know.
Is he a doctor? Because honestly, it's like me saying, right? Genuinely like me saying, I know how to fix airplane engines because I've been on one.
All I know, and speaking to people in and around the club and whatever, is that they took advice from a couple of different people who spoke to Gbaman, and it was decided that if they could manage the injury without surgery, it would be better. Because the minute you cut into a muscle, you're creating another issue, and which we've seen. So that other issue is the scar tissue. It's now been dealt with. It's been cut, trimmed, and everything, and now he's built his leg back up. So I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. If you're a doctor, Steve, and you know that was wrong, fine. But I think they took the best medical advice they could, and it's one of them, isn't it? Deflection.
Gary Ward says Fox Sports has no canned crowd noise for the Leipzig-Hertha game. Tom Walsh says, the first time you played Red Dead 2, did you bother bringing resources to the camp?
I've only played it through, so just straight at the very beginning or as it went on. I didn't realise, at the first camp, I did a little bit, not much, but the second camp I made sure.
I think I did, yeah.
The second camp I did.
I was watching, I'll tell you what I was watching last night, because I've been with the similarities in the game and stuff. I was watching a video, you know that Mr. Boss, is it? Who does the Red Dead videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
So he did one about Armadillo. Because in Red Dead 2, Armadillo, there's like a cholera outbreak, isn't it? But in Armadillo, it's by the Mexican border, and there's like a cholera.
Oh, yeah.
But in Red Dead 1, which is obviously set after Red Dead 2,
Yeah.
you're that's the main town you go to, which is weird because it's not that long after. But there's like, he did a video. If you have a look on our history on YouTube, you'll see there's like a whole video of like why there was a cholera outbreak and why there'd been all these outbreaks, and it's because someone who lived there had done a deal with the devil, and there's all kinds of clues, but it's like they're not like clues that you would pick up.
Yeah.
And it's because something to do with because his daughter married a Jewish fella.
In the
It's
game.
like, what the hell? It's like, and I was watching this video going, none of this stuff is like obvious. You would have to do something. And I just wonder how much stuff is in Red Dead 2 that you have to properly dig into and research. And I know his videos are really good because there's loads of that kind of thing. But like, who has the time to just like play these games and do that kind of stuff? It's mad.
People who play for a year.
But also though, that shows you about like the people at Rockstar that they do that kind of thing. The games are, I mean, there's still that thing in Grand Theft Auto 5 that hasn't been solved about like the aliens in the mountain. And there's like a thing because they found it in the code that there's supposed to be an alien in the mountain or something, and it has never been solved. So there's things on Red Dead, which is Grand Theft, which has been out for like 5 years or whatever, that still haven't been solved. And it's like, these games are amazing, and yet you've put all this extra work into them, and it just shows you that they're thinking, well, if we make a game and we're not going to make another, because they reckon now Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be 2024. That's what they've said. So
need to get that together, slipping lazily there. It is.
But it's not lazy though, is it? Because what it is it's what you see on the screen.
Because unless they're going to start putting more Red Dead stuff out, then that to me is lazy.
Yeah, but if they've put all that work into Red Dead and then gone right...
Extra. You could easily recycle some of it and just put a different story.
Whoa, hang on. Do you want them to recycle stuff?
I want them to put extra stuff. So
Hang on, and that's like basically saying you've got a TV show you absolutely love, and you're not prepared to wait, like, let's say 2 years for it. So let's put a half-assed version out a year later. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Jamie Kennedy, get these likes up 58 from 150 people.
So should we start recycling our shows on Patreon then and just being like...
Oh. Toffee, I'll tell you if these score now. No. Jamie Kennedy wants to know who'd win in an MMA fight. Moyes, Prime, Ancelotti, Martinez or Koeman? I think Moyes would.
I think Moyes. I think Moyes would. Matthew Barry says, Ped, have you watched the Owen Hart documentary? I have. Vince McMahon is one of the worst people to ever walk this earth. I don't know if he's one of the worst people to ever walk the earth, but he is a terrible human being. An absolutely terrible human being. I mean, the fact that he, like, tried to sue Owen Hart's wife because she had the audacity to want to find out how her husband died.
Cheers, Matthew, for what you just said there about the thing. I'll try that when I get in. No, it's only about the thing.
Yeah, about the thing, yeah. Tom Walsh says Pez Legend Edition is £7. Ooh. We've got it. We've got the Legend Edition or not?
The Legend is boss.
Oof.
The Legend is boss.
The Legend. What else have we got? James says, opinion on the Strange Man from Red Dead 1 and 2. Have you gone down to the swamp and seen his portrait in the cabin? I don't know.
Can't think off the top of my head.
Strange Man. Did you find the Hobbit house in Red Dead 2?
No.
No, you not found the Hobbit house?
I didn't find the other one either, the brother and sister.
Have you not found the brother and sister? No. Oh, you've got to...
look, I'm full salad.
You've got to find that.
I don't know where it is. It's been everywhere.
It's if you were coming out of, what's the thing, Hall called? Something Hall, isn't it? Where it's like the last big house. If you go there, and it's like if you're cutting across to go north.
Yeah. That's a mission, isn't it? Is that like a little... Yeah. It's I haven't done that. I've completed the game and not done that.
I mean, that is... That is dark.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the darkest things in
I might go in.
I mean, that's dark.
I'm fine.
There's a...
Steve, John, no, we haven't done a Barry Orn interview. We may well do.
No.
There you go.
Yannick says, howdy, gents. Yannick, of course, in Radiator.
Oh, yeah, Yannick
Radiator Springs.
Hello, Yannick, Mark.
I mean...
He knows America.
I
Said that the other day, didn't I?
You should have, hey, partner. Hope you both are staying well. Keep it up, Ped. Glad to see both are trying to stay healthy. He said, I've lost 2 stone since November. It's about changing your lifestyle and culture. Focus on that and the results will come.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was watching, what was I watching, or I was reading something the other day. I think I might have been watching something. And they basically said, in it, he said, like, if you're not losing weight, it's because you're eating too much. And it said, but what it said, but what it said was, it said, it doesn't mean you're eating loads. It just said you're eating too much for what you're doing. Like, I know it's the basic stuff, but this is where I think people, like, get confused. It's like, you might go home and go, well, you know what, I'm not eating loads. But if you're not putting the exercise in, then it's more than you should be eating.
Yeah.
He said it's
Well, I just do
calorie counting.
Do the my fitness pal thing. And
Yeah,
that's linked to me Fitbit.
That's what I did when I lost the weight.
It's easy.
Both times I've had to go and weight things. It is easy. If you counting calories is really good. It
just shows you what you can. And the thing is, I'm not because I'm doing that now. In a way that I look at what I'm doing now and the things I'm eating and stuff.
Oh, great ball!
Well done, keeper. And I look and just think, this is something I can easily carry on because I'm not starved. It's not like I'm on a thing because I'm not. But
the other thing about calorie counting is when you start to see what is in certain things.
Yeah.
Like, again, I was reading something today. It was like, talking about running. It was like, if you do a run, let's say a 5K and it's 500 calories, and then the first thing you do is come home and go, oh, I'm going to have a bottle of Lucozade, then you're immediately knocking 200 calories off what you've just done. Yeah. It's like, have a drink of water. You don't need Lucozade. You need Lucozade if you've just done a 10-mile run or something and you need to replace the electrolytes and all that. You don't need it if you've done 5K. The same with if, like, you go in and go, I've just done I can have a Mars bar now. And it's like, well, you can have a Mars bar. But you know that last 2K, that, you know, you might as well have not done that if you're going to have a Mars bar.
If you do your thing, I mean, I make sure I do the 10,000 steps a day and that's 500 odd calories. Onto you. When you do your Fitbit, you go through it, and so if you're recording what you're eating, which is what I do, and I've been good with it, so I kind of know now everything I'm having, and I'll look and I'll go, like, I've got 900 calories. Like last night, I'd had like chicken and rice for me tea and everything, so I had about 900 calories like of what I'm doing. So I ended up having like an ice cream. I had an ice cream and something like, wasn't a Mars, and something else, like a Mars bar or something.
I used to,
but I banked like 500 calories.
I used to like go for like late night walks and everything. No, I was obsessive about it. I'd be like, if I do this, I'm over. I can do that. I'm over it. But if I go for a 15-minute walk, I'm all right. I'll be all right.
No, but if you do that, then what happens is you start being able to go, right, that's that, and then you can work it then. And I'm finding that, I'll be honest with you, it isn't that difficult to eat. If you do the walking and everything, it isn't difficult at all to lose weight. No.
The only time I found it difficult, not difficult.
Welcome to Weight Watchers.
No, but I think. Listen, this is what you get here. The only time I found it difficult was when you're eating stuff and you can't really portion control.
Yeah.
So when it's that easy, it's just like, let's say you have like a jacket potato. If you can weigh it. And you'll know what's in it.
Yeah.
If you get like a bag of, like, say, rice, veg, you scan the barcode and they know what it is. Yeah. It's when you're eating out or whatever, you're guessing then, and that's when it becomes difficult.
But then if you're only doing that once in a then it's easy. I remember we done this.
Would have been difficult for us when we were in Germany.
Yeah, but we would have just written that weekend off, wouldn't we? And then but I remember us going. We were doing this a few years ago. And it was like, if we'd had a day where it was going to a party tomorrow, so basically, that's tomorrow written off.
Yeah.
Just over the next 3 days after that, I'd just make sure.
Oh yeah,
I'd catch back.
I used to always,
fine.
and that was the other thing I used to always do. I used to always look at the week rather than the day, and I'd
good
say,
idea.
and I'd go, and if you look at the week and you say, right, this week I can eat X amount of calories, right, and if I do X amount of running, and then what happens is you get to your cheat day, which might be your Saturday or your Friday night, and you go, you know what, I can have that pizza because I am well in the aggregate there. I can have 5,000 calories if I want tonight.
Because I can make it back.
Because I've made it up, or I'm going for, this is the thing, like, you've heard of, like, the pasta parties, haven't you, when, like, the night before, like, they have marathons and stuff, or 2 nights before, like,
stock up on
you
carbs,
stock up on your carbs, because you know, and that's the other thing you learn when, like, obviously I took running seriously because I did a marathon. What you learn as well is, it's like the things that you're told not to eat, suddenly it's like, you can. If you're going for, like, a 15, 20-mile run tomorrow, do you always know, like, things like say to you, if you want a beer the night before a big run, beer's great.
Doesn't matter.
Beer's great, long as it's not like you're not getting drunk. Have a couple of beers, because actually the calorie content in them.
140 calories anyway.
But the calorie content is perfect to like for burning off. It gives you all the right stuff. Like
New Kids on the Block.
But that's the other thing, when if you're doing like a bit of dieting and you're also doing exercise, you start to learn the nutritional value, and you do start saying, it's not a case of, oh, you know what, I'd really love to eat that pizza. You go, why am I putting that nonsense in my body when I don't want to burn that off? Not another head injury.
No, it's just that look like a stamp.
Anyway.
I know, but what you do as well, though, is what I find is, because I'm doing it now, I'll look at it and go, do I really want to eat
Exactly.
2 biscuits with a cup of tea?
Exactly.
And sometimes I'll go, yeah, I do. It's fine. It's fine because I know what I'm doing. But other times I'll go, nah, I don't need that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. This is the thing, but it's why I don't sound stupid, but one of the big reasons, like, Weight Watchers and Slimming World are so good is because if you're eating and you're like, you know what, I really want to lose any weight, but if you're not weighing yourself, then you don't see the weight going on. And then it becomes of like, see, this is where my idea comes from, that what we were talking about for a video, is like, it's that, if you've got to go into a room on a Monday and you've got to write down, get on those scales in front of people, then suddenly you go, oh, I better be good. I can't do this. It's like the footy I go to. It's that idea of, I've got to go in and be weighed. And then because they say now, the rule that was in our footy was, the team with the most amount of weight loss gets an extra point. And also they were taking points off, and I'm like literally the only person in the league to have done this. If you didn't get weighed, your team lost a point. So I was literally the only person. But you know what though? I didn't agree with that, because I didn't feel good that week and I didn't want to be weighed.
I didn't want to be shamed.
No, it wasn't even being shamed. It was more like it wasn't a shame thing, actually. It was like a personal thing. It was like, I don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
Know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't want to know I wasn't feeling good that week.
It's why you see, like, when you see footballers now, like Michael Owen, looks like that. You know, looks like he's at all.
Yeah, they've all got massive heads.
Because they're probably still just doing what they did as footballers, but it's not going anywhere. Because,
and they have the extra because they can go, oh, now I can have that bevy. Now I can have that Chinese.
And that's why, you know, the ones who look after them, you can tell they look after themselves, but others, it's harder for them.
Tom Walsh says, my Pez is downloading.
It's right, Tom.
James says, oh, hang on. Gary Ward says, do you know you have the Patreon exclusive graphic up? I know, Gary, but it's been a long day, mate. We've had interviews. We've had, what, on there? Normally that's a YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
We had an interview before that took ages to get sorted because Zoom was playing up, and then we tried to interview someone else with Skype, and their Skype wasn't working. And
they knocked everything back.
And that's why the footy show didn't start till like 5 to 5, and then that knocked this back, and then...
Michael Sheriff says, why do you keep bringing back that John Blaine fella? He thinks he's the modern day Steve Jobs. John's very, very intelligent businessman.
John Blaine is the chairman of Everton Shareholders Association.
Yeah.
Not only is he a very intelligent businessman, but he's a shareholder in Everton Football Club. He understands the business of Everton. And if you don't agree with him, that's fine. But I guarantee he knows more about it than you. That's it. Dead simple. It's the same reason why we have ex-professionals talking about Everton. It's if we could get our hands on a physio, we'd get our hands on a physio to talk about Gbamin's injury.
That's it, isn't it? Jamie Kennedy wants us to interview Steve Walsh and find out what really happened in Italy. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? How come you bounced into Italy looking cool and then you just came back?
Keith Powell says deep breathing exercise in 4 seconds, out 6-7 seconds, 4 times a day, or when necessary, gives more oxygen, relaxes the muscles, and blood circulates better. I've had to do this for years. I have advised it for people who get anxious. Only takes 5 minutes max, and it's immediate effect. He says, sorry, breathing exercise is times 5, 4 times a day.
The breathing exercise is very good, yeah. Willie Billiams Jr. says, this is good. Would like to know your views. Do you think the games with no crowds will benefit Moyes Keane to settle and take the pressure off the young lad's shoulders? He thinks it'll help him massively. We spoke about this, haven't we, with Tom Davis or with the Gbamin? But I mean, what do you think in terms of Moyes Keane?
I think it might relax him a bit. I don't think he's someone who's had a problem with crowds. I think he might get overexcited, and that's where maybe more of his natural talent might come out. I do think he has had a tendency to get a little bit overexcited and forget what he's supposed to be doing on the pitch. So maybe having no crowd and maybe getting clearer instructions from the sideline because they can hear him might help him, might benefit him. We've seen it at Old Trafford. Duncan said he basically run on, went in the wrong position, didn't listen to anything he'd been told about what his job was, and frankly, that's the reason he came off, is because he wasn't doing his job. And maybe that's because he got so excited, I just want to score a goal, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, no, you're in there to do a job, and other players are all doing theirs. And if you're not, and maybe that constant talk might help him.
Yeah, could do. Mike Barrett, Stephen Point. Mike Barrett's kind of hit the nail on the head. It's not for the want of asking, and we will continue to ask, but I think Mike Barrett's nailed it there. Stuart Pocock says you need to stop talking about PS4 games. I've been spending loads buying them all. It's the thing, isn't it? Mitchell says human body misinterprets hunger for thirst. If you feel hungry quick, you should always have a glass of water first. That's one of the things.
I watched the thing the other week about this, saying like it was the calorie content of like if you eat soup and you eat food like normal solid food, and it's like basically the same, your body will feel fuller with the soup because of the liquid content. It tricks the body, like he just said, it tricks the body because because of the mass of it takes up more of the space in your stomach, so your body naturally when your food it goes in, but soup will, like, it's water, so it'll like fill the bowl. Right. Think of it like think about having a bowl and putting some food in it, and think about where all the space is. Think about when you put soup in, it fills all the space. So it's the same with the stomach. So if you're hungry and you think if you have some soup, it will make you feel fuller. And it's why people say when you have something to eat, always have a glass of water, because you'll make you tricks your body into thinking it's full when it's not. So it's a little trick.
All right. Andy Walker loves watching John Blaine interview. Loads have said they love John Blaine.
He's definitely offside. He is 100% offside. Look, how can he not be offside? Put it this way, right?
If they spun the camera a bit,
Well, maybe, okay. Well,
I don't know.
He's more offside than Sigurdsson.
Well, yeah. Well, we know that, don't we? Where are we? Srikar Kandala wants to know which Everton player, past or present, would you want to spend lockdown with?
Andy van der Meijden, probably. I don't know.
Dunk.
I don't know, we'd sit there just doing video messages all day.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
That reminds me. I don't know. I don't know. But like Tim Cahill will be on doing videos with Carragher. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
Come on, team. Let's do another video where I just like embarrass you because basically we won every derby and I won trophies and you went to a few World Cups and stuff and advertised loads of watches in Southeast Asia
And Weetabix.
loads of Weetabix and played cricket with fellas called Bets.
Lewis G says breaking 4 positive tests from 3 clubs in the next round of testing.
You said something yesterday and it was dead spot on. Isn't it weird that these people didn't get tested positive the first time and they're positive now? What is all that about?
What have they done?
What have they been doing?
Where have they been? That's the thing, isn't it? It's weird. It is weird. I still don't think that.
No, I know it's
I still
not.
don't think it'll stop.
I know it's not many,
anything,
but it's weird, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's very
I mean,
weird.
to be fair, I did see Gabaman in like the Sainsbury's.
He's a Sainsbury's just with his
yeah. So, I don't know.
Sophie Gallagher likes and respects John Blaine and is very interested in the David Maddox interview. So
There you
that's
go.
good.
Listen, not everyone is going to like everybody.
No.
So people won't like everyone we have on. But at the end of the day, you've got to just look at it and go, well, if I don't like this fella, I'm not going to watch it. If it's their like personality, then that's like, we people...
Thing is, we've spent days in Germany with John Blaine. John Blaine's great.
Gets the ailing. He gets the ailing.
As well, yeah.
He gets
He's a good lad, Johnny.
He said to us, you stay in mind the seats or the standing positions and I'll go and get the ailing. And he did, and I respect that. Because it meant I didn't have to go.
Didn't have to go, yeah.
I didn't have to go. Simple as that.
Cam from the Mighty Blues wants you to do a Gary Neville impression.
I can't do Gary Neville, but I can do a killer Carragher. We all know this. I just can't do a Neville.
Yeah. I'm all right when I heard him. If he was on now, I could probably mimic.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I'd have to think about
it's like
him.
a thing, right? Can you? This is a thing, and I can't do it ever. And I don't know if anyone's. Can you sing a song while there's another song playing? I can't.
Probably not.
I can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. No, exactly. It's like, I think Gary's very like that, but he's not. But he's not like that. But in my head, I can't get his voice. Where Carragher, I've tuned it. I've tuned it to myself, so I know.
Real Souls wants a Toffee TV food and fitness plan.
Let's do it.
Mikey Evans says, cheers for the vids, lads. What's the plans with Sims and Gordon next season? Under 23s need sorting ASAP.
I don't really know about I know about Kermit. Yeah.
Sims and Gordon are training. Gordon's every day with the first team. Sims has been with the first team a lot.
Yeah.
So, Jody. So,
no, don't say it. Don't say it.
So, I think that that'll carry on. There he goes, hilarious. That'll carry on, and if he continues to develop, then he'll be there.
Yes. Kermit.
Dr.
Sounds
David
a bit
France,
like...
greatest ever guest. Love him, says Mikey
No,
B.
he's amazing.
He is great. Where are we? Glenn Watson says, Pet Challenge, quickly sing the Star Wars theme, then Indiana Jones theme, then the Superman theme.
I can't. I honestly, my mind.
You were asked, and there you go. Real Tours wants to know where you think we'd finish if we were in Serie A, La Liga, or the Bundesliga.
I think we genuinely finished top 4 in all of those leagues. I think we are.
With Carlo.
We're stunted by the fact that we're in like the Premier League.
Which is powerful.
The money situation is mad. I do think we'd finish top 4 in all those leagues. If but we're not in those leagues, so
fair play, isn't it? Anything on Patreon before we head off?
Let me see.
I mean, I'm disappointed we never got 100 likes today. I'm not gonna.
I think people were just so into the show that they forgot to like.
Disappointing.
I'm gone.
Poor form.
James says the strange man is the fella in the top hat who follows John around in Red Dead 1, but nobody knows who he truly is. Is he the fella, when you say top hat, is he the fella who sells the magic tonic, or is this someone else that I haven't come across yet? And is he the fella who's got something to do with the curse on Armadillo? Because that sort of got mentioned, something like that. But he says, have a look on YouTube. I think you lads will like it. It is possibly the biggest mystery and debate from the series. Oh, I'm going to have to have a little look at that. Gone full ike on me there. Think he calls the 5G? You know. Does he have bottles of Dettol? Lucas says, I only eat once a day. Been doing it for about 4 months. Should look into it. I have looked into it. Don't do it.
Once a day. I know the fasting, like the 5 and 2 or the 16 hours break. But nah, that doesn't sound like I'm going to enjoy that, Lucas, I'll be honest.
To be honest, I only eat twice a day. I only eat breakfast, and then I used to have, like, before lockdown, I used to have like a little noodle thing that I had, but I haven't had them for a while. Yeah. He says most sports people are now adopting this type of diet combined with plant-based meals. It's very interesting. But a lot of footballers are becoming vegan. But the problem I find with the vegan stuff is it's the preparation. It takes so long, whereas a lot of sportsmen can have like food delivered to them. And you get like, I've seen like Molly McPartland, you get these packs where everything's been weighed out for it. And that makes it quite easy. So if you can do that, get like a meal plan, that sounds great. But the prep to be a vegan is like ridiculous. I have been drinking almond milk for a few months now, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. Keith says, just watched report on the policeman kneeling on the neck of the black guy in Minnesota. There's riots kicking off everywhere. He will be prosecuted, there's no doubt. But the thing about that is, Keith, you say that, but that's the problem. There is doubt, isn't there? Loads of these fellas, and I watched, there was a documentary on BBC4, it was a 5-part documentary about O.J. Simpson. But it wasn't just about OJ, it was about like oh, hang on. Is that Mo? Mo from The Simpsons. Remember when he came into the fight on the... Remember? That's like, yeah, was it the Tyson fight?
Oh. So like he thought he might be landing on the stadium.
Is Adam Olet. Done nothing.
Sharp in that training top though, to be fair to him.
Yeah, I watched this thing about OJ, and it was basically like OJ, how he became like, it was like he'd manoeuvre himself so people didn't look at him as he was black. Yeah. He became like and he didn't like people thinking he was black.
That comes across in the OJ versus the state when he said like he was like he thought he was white.
Well, this was like a longer version of that, but like a true version. And then it was like the whole thing with the LA riots and how the trial went and how Rodney King and all that. But like there's police fellas in that who get away with absolute... And don't forget, the LA riot started with Rodney King getting beaten and the police not getting done for it. And then one of those policemen ended up part of the OJ case, and they found all kinds of Nazi memorabilia in his house. And there's a rumour going around today, and I stress a rumour, and a few people, I think Ice-T tweeted it before, there's a picture and he looks like the policeman and he's got on his hat, "Make America White Again." But there's no proof that it's the fella. But as stuff like that goes around and it's getting tweeted by prominent, like, African-American guys who have got massive followings, that's only going to stir the pot. And these are the things that lead to... That leads to like riots, but then what happens then is you get the flip side where you get people coming out from the other side going, rioting, can't have a civilized conversation. And yet these people have seen white policemen being able to do what they want. Even when they get done, they go to court and it's like, oh no, it was just a terrible accident. So
yeah, that's all.
It's just, listen, I know you can't do it, but if there was no guns... And I think the guns are the biggest problem in America. It's the whole thing of guns is just... We just don't have that, because we don't have that thing of like, why are you reaching into your pocket? Or we don't have that culture. So straight away, I think people feel a lot easier. Listen, I know the knife thing we've mentioned before. That whole thing in America of like, oh, he had a gun. And all that, it's just made the whole thing mad.
Cam says, we all know the home kit next season will be blue, but what colour should the away and third kit be?
The away will be
yellow. Amber, yeah. Third kit, whatever they want, basically. Do a jazzy third kit. Grey.
Black.
He's
A
good.
lot of seminal work in the
good.
late 90s.
He's good.
Tom Wells says the top hat man is on a picture in a shop in Red Dead 2 as well. Tom has really gone in. He's gone in deep.
He's gone.
I bet you this will be a thing that when we look at it, we'll go, oh yeah, that fella.
Okay.
I like that though. I like that these mysteries in Red Dead because they're the things that make you go, oh, I want to put that back on. I want to go back in. That's why I wanted Red Dead. I wanted to finish off John's story because I'd never finished it off. So I've just done the fort. So now I've gone over the river with Irish.
I'm going to do it. I will do it.
So you can get it because the way I got it was I got PS Now and I got a free week and I'm probably going to pay for a month, which is £8. Because I think that's worth Red Dead, isn't it? £8.
Just make sure you
and then get it. You just need good internet.
Yeah.
Because it streams.
Oh, it's
the streams. Yeah, you need decent internet. And I'll get it finished. But the other thing I'd say as well, anyone who's got Sky documentary started today. And if you go on your Sky and you put in, search Howard's Way, it's there for you to watch. Free. So
you don't get all the access that
don't get the access if you want, like,
the
but watch it.
Stuff.
Watch it and then go, you know what? This deserves to be bought. Because God knows how long it's going to... Might be on Sky documentaries forever.
No.
Might just be a short-term thing. But it's on there.
And proceeds go to the People's Place, of course.
Yeah.
So that's always good. Eugene McGeever says, do you think Everton's new kit sleeve sponsor will be USM?
I don't think it will be because I think we'll look to have someone else because I think they'll want to distance themselves as much as they can from USM, essentially. If we start having everything with USM on or Megaphone or something like that, then someone's going to go, hang on, who owns this? It's more and more evidence. You want to distance yourself. If you get a shirt sponsor if someone else will give you 30 million, then let them give you 30 million. If someone will give you 10 million for 10 million over 4 years for an arm sponsor, then you want them. You don't want anything that could be construed as being dodgy. So I don't think it will be.
Good answer.
There's a rumour that it's a Chinese TV maker. So we'll wait and see.
Okay,
but everything's up in the air because of what's gone on. Mm-hmm. Oh, good ball. Oh, what a ball.
Nice ball, that. Right, are we done?
I think we're done. I think we've done over an hour.
165 watching, 11 short of 100 likes. That's not a great performance.
Well, I feel like you've let yourselves down.
Not let us down.
Listen, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
You should be.
Keith says, sad truth is, Ped, you're probably right. And Yannick says, would love to see Everton in the community sponsor the third kit in the future. I know it doesn't coincide with the structure of current deals, but would be nice to have them on a kit and have a deal in place for a certain number of appearances over the season above the one time they are used now. Yeah, I mean, listen, Yannick, ultimately money talks, and we had an agreement with Sports Payser that a certain amount of games Everton community could be used, and you know most clubs have something like that. Liverpool have a charity on now and again, and there's different clubs will do it. It looks good, so I don't know. What I would like to have seen was when the kids kits when we had the gambling and we had Shank, could have had Everton community in or something like that, or like I know we've got a sponsor now for the academy teams because they couldn't have Sports Page. It would have been nice if they'd been wearing Everton community. Yeah. But they have got a sponsor.
A couple of quid on top of it went to Everton in the community.
Prince Rupert said he'd give us a like on Patreon.
Well, in PR, lad. He smashed it. Mikey Everton, no more news on Baines's contract, but I think he will sign the extra 12 months, so that's good. Right, are we doing it?
No, we've done it.
Have you finished?
No. Oh. You said, are we doing it?
No,
we've
done it.
There we go. We'll be back tomorrow on Patreon live. If you are not on Patreon, why not? It costs you the price of a pint that you can't buy in a pub. So, why aren't you?
Or What else cost? Like pie and chips,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
One a month. That's what it
We
costs.
do these lives every day. We do the Footy Show live as well now, daily. So jump on for a month and see if you like it.
And get those 100 likes up. Thanks very much for watching. And
Jake says, hello lads, where do you think we could finish this season? I mean, nice one, Jake, for leaving that right to the end.
right to the end. 7th.
Yeah, 6th, whatever. That doesn't matter. Quick answer because I want to go. Right, see you all later. Bye. Woo!
Flared again.
Ric Flair in the house, like man on scooter with blonde hair.